Good early afternoon, Trainiacs. Just got back from Boulder yesterday, and today was an intense bike. I did 4-minute sections 6 times, building up to a max effort. That got nasty at the end. Whoa. So if you followed while I was in Boulder at all, you will know that Mat Steinmetz is an awesome bike fitter, one of the best in the world, that a lot of the Tour de France riders go to, that a lot of the pro triathletes go to. He has 4 pillars of bike fitting that he touched on a little bit, but we're gonna use my bike fit footage to show what he changed in relation to those 4 pillars. That's gonna be right after I make myself presentable and wash the airplane from yesterday off me. Okay, so I made it about as far as the couch. Certainly didn't shower. I ate a lot, but no, definitely no shower. Jet lag is for real. So let's talk about those 4 pillars that Mat Steinmetz from 51 Speedshop has as it relates to bike fitting. And if you didn't watch any of those videos, you can listen to the podcast that's going to come out within the next month. Mat Steinmetz, he is the founder, owner of 51 Speedshop. He also does bike fitting out of Colorado Multisport in Boulder. And he is tremendously well respected in the industry. He says that his title is Bike Industry Consultant. He helped Cervelo design the P5X. He has Tour de France riders coming in to dial in their fit and get more aerodynamic before the race. He has professional triathletes go there like Marinda Carfrae. He's coached Craig Alexander to a win in Kona. All of these things make Matt one of the most knowledgeable dudes as it relates to coaching in triathlon, bike fitting in triathlon, manufacturing in triathlon, all kinds of good stuff. And I did a fit with him. We're gonna take a look at my old position in Coeur d'Alene and then the footage that he shot after he came in. Okay, so this is me from Half Ironman Coeur d'Alene. There's a few things that I just want you to take note of. Number 1, there's room in behind the saddle. Number 2, my elbows are just over on the front of the elbow cups, and there's a fair bit of room in behind my elbows. It's almost like they could fall off the front. The next thing is I want you to look at the distance between a horizontal line from my chin to the top of the hands. That's somewhere I would guess around 6 inches. And then I want you to see how much room is over top of my shoulders to the top of the head. And what you want to do basically is in the triathlon position, wind is coming at you this way, and you want to minimize the amount of frontal area that you've got to be more aerodynamic. 80% of the aerodynamics of you and the bike is actually you. So the smaller you can make your frontal plane, the more aerodynamic you're gonna be, but you still wanna be comfortable. Now, let's look at the 4 pillars that Mat Steinmetz has and how he made those changes to get this bike position a little bit better. All right, so now let's take a look at the footage that Matt took after he made a few small tweaks on the bike. Now, his first pillar is that he wants to see saddle in behind your bum on the seat. And the reason for that is because what he says is a lot of triathletes will try to get over the discomfort when they first get on a bike seat by rolling their back, kind of like that, and trying to get the meaty part of their bum onto the seat and take the pressure off that way. But really what you need to be doing is, because your shoulders are folding forward, you want your pelvis to be folding forward as well. So he wants to make sure that there's room in behind the saddle, which shows that your pelvis is rolling forward and you're not trying to arch your back, basically reaching it back, creating a very big curve of the back like this. So he wants it a lot more straight, basically like what you have here, where there's an equal amount of body above and below the midline of your body. Now next, his second pillar is that he wants you to have a really nice firm plant into those elbow pads. And he wants the elbow to basically be taking up all of the weight of your upper body. And that's why he's ended up creating the arm cups that I've got over here on the Ventum. And these arm cups here have so many holes that you can flip it around, you can move it in, you can move it out, you can angle it a lot. And the reason for all that adjustability is because he wants such a firm plant in those elbows that he doesn't want you to put the cup further forward into your forearm, which then creates basically a fulcrum, and you have to balance your entire body weight onto that arm cup. He wants it right underneath the elbow. Bam! I call it meaty, putting all of your weight into there. Next thing is that he wants a very nice, relaxed wrist. And this is why he's created his 51 Speedshop extensions. A lot of the old thoughts of bar extensions is that you want to be super low and have your arm like that, which then placed a ton of stress all the way on the back of the forearm, which then comes all the way up into your upper body. You get out onto the run, and all of a sudden, you have massive upper body fatigue and strain because you've been trying to get so super aero, when actually how this works is that hand being a little bit higher breaks the wind and starts sending it away from you instead of being down further, creating a bigger wind scoop. Then here's the final pillar that Matt uses. And this is the biggest change that he made with me. It had nothing to do with bike fit. It was about my position in that cockpit. If you take a look at the old position that I had in Coeur d'Alene, my head was a fair bit higher than my body. It was basically right up here. And if you look at all of this area, with that big high head, essentially I'm working as a wind scoop, and he didn't actually bring down my arm cup or my head stack and the tube whatsoever. Basically, what he trained me to do was he walked around me and he tapped my forearm, and then he tapped my shoulders, and then he tapped my bicep, and then he tapped up here, and he kept saying, just be lazy, be lazy. And he was saying, look down at the ground, put all of that weight into that arm cup, just fall forward and be lazy everywhere. And then drop your head nice and low where you've got it right here, coming as a neutral spine. And then instead of poking your head up to look around and see where you are, you just put your chin slightly up so that there's no strain on your neck. And what you can see is that instead of at Coeur d'Alene, where my head was really high, I'm probably about 3 to 4 inches lower. My chin is basically right in line with my hands. I've got, I would say, about a 6-inch smaller wind scoop in front of my body. And it's not like he's changed anything in my body position, so I don't even have to get more flexible. I just have to be more lazy and settle in and actually put less stress on my body. So, all right, Trainiacs, there you go. A little hint, I am actually coming out with a triathlon bike fitting free download for you. Probably, I think it might actually come out the days that we are traveling to South Africa. So if you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. And if you are subscribed, you are like a new set of 51 Speedshop elbow cups. Just so comfortable. It's the best thing.